And when the entire mountain is chiseled away, the first second of eternity will have passed! Okay, we're good. Okay, that's an intro. Hi everybody, how are you guys doing? I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep that in. Okay, here, yeah. Hi everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of a Doctor Who reaction. This is Haarute Live, my name is Matt. Here we are, Series 10, new season, new characters, new companion, new everything, let's go. Okay. Again, it's like previous dark episode, I'm recording this like in the morning, and I'm like tired. I haven't slept yet. Like I stayed up all night. I did some editing. I haven't actually finished for the episodes that has to go live tomorrow, but I can do it. So yeah, there we go. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have for recordings for this week and next week, so I'm just gonna do this like I'm just slotting in recording sessions whenever I can, which is right now. So I'm doing that. But yeah, let's talk about previous episode for like a second. So previous episode was the pilot. That was the first episode of Series 10, and we got introduced to our wonderful new companion, Bill Potts. What do we know about Bill Potts? I think she might be a lesbian or bisexual. She has great hair. She's cool. She's kind of a goof. Like, she's not really clever. She's not quick. But she has the spirit, you know? Like actually, I do like Bill more than... I think I said that during the review of that episode. I do like Bill more than other companions. Sort of like Donna. Because, like, Donna was special in the sense that she wasn't. And then it turns out that she was. But, like, Bill feels like a character that is special because she's not that special, you know? She's really simple. And I like simple characters, you know? So I like her more than I like Clara, like, right away. Because of how simple she is. While Clara was, like, very intense, very quick. Which I honestly didn't... Like, it felt off. And then it, like... The character of Clara started to develop more and more, and over time, like, Clara turned out to be, like, a really good companion. But Bill is a character that, like, right off the bat, I'm like, okay, I like that. Like, you would be someone I would hang out with. You're cool, you know? So that's the way I feel about Bill. She's so far pretty cool. During the pilot, we learned that the Doctor stayed on Earth for, like, 50, 70 years, whatever, just teaching at this university or something. And he seems to be protecting something that is on like a vault, on a safe. We didn't actually get to know what it was, but he's been there and he's been hanging out with Nardole. Nardole is kind of his what is he? Like, he's like a butler, essentially. He is a companion. He's like, but yeah, he's been helping out with a bunch of stuff. Nardole turns out to be apparently a cyborg. I'm not entirely sure how right I am on that, but yeah, let's say that. He's cool. And okay, so the Doctor actually wanted to stay in this one place and just stop traveling. He reached that point in life. Finally, he reached the point in life where he's just like, you know what? I'm fine. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna be chill. I'm just gonna talk, and people are gonna listen with lectures, but that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just not gonna travel around anymore. So we also got like hints that he made a promise to someone, and that's why he's staying there. But that's something we haven't dwelled into, so maybe we'll do that across the season. That. But at the end of the episode, after he had an adventure with Bill, where there was this woman, what was her name? Heather? So there was this girl, Heather. She had a weird case of heterochromia. Is it even like, it's not like she had different colored eyes, it's that one of her eyes had a fucking star in it, which was fucking weird. And because of that, she kept watching this bottle, that didn't have theaterochromia in it, and she kept looking at it because she was like, that's weird. And then the puddle decided, she wants to leave. She doesn't like being here, stuck here. So she would make a good pilot, and then it absorbed her, and then she became the pilot for this like fucking alien puddle or whatever. But her final thoughts were, I'm gonna be here with you, to Bill. So it kept following Bill across time and space, which was weird. It was kind of like the Raven, but it's weird that this fucking bottle of alien water, that it's like an oil lick of a spaceship, is able to have that kind of power, essentially. But whatever, Doctor Who is silliness, you know how it is. So after having that adventure with the Doctor, after having that adventure with Bill, the Doctor decided, Bill was like, do we keep doing it? Or like, I want to keep remembering this, knowing this is awesome. And the Doctor is like, no, I need to wipe your memory. And Bill just fucking refused and just drew a tantrum or whatever. And the Doctor was like, fine. And then the Doctor kept looking at pictures of like River and Susan and being like, no, I'm not doing this. And then like it took like a minute, and then he was like, you know what? Fine, get in. This is a TARDIS time travel, space travel machine. Fuck it, let's go. And that's where we left off. So, okay. As for an introductory episode, it wasn't the best, but it was a fun episode. So, let's see where we go from here. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I don't have anything else to talk about. Oh, yeah, the Series 9 talk went live on YouTube like a couple days ago, like 1 or 2 days ago. And people seem to like that, so I guess I'm gonna have to do this from now on, so fuck me. It's not fun to sit and talk about some dumb bullshit for like 2.5 hours. It's never fun. Like, my voice is not being able to keep up by the end of the video, and you can tell. It's also unbelievably difficult to edit, so I kind of gave up doing that. But I guess I'm gonna have to start doing that from now on. So Series 10, 2.5 hour podcast talk is gonna happen. But yeah, first of all, we need to get through the season, so let's go and do that. Oh yeah, I also wanted to say I am putting stuff on the gaming channel again. I took a break because I started focusing on this channel way more, because clearly this is the channel where people show up. So I started putting more effort and time into this, and I don't really have a lot of time to like record stuff for the gaming channel anymore. But I started doing that because a couple of games that I actually like and cared about, and I wanted to do something for them, came out, like Blasphemous, or I got Yakuza Kiwami on sale, so I'm doing those. So they are happening on the gaming channel, so if you give a shit about gaming, check that out, at least give it a shot. If you don't, that's fine, just Doctor Who time. So yeah, Doctor Who, Series 10, Episode 2, let's go. That was a shitty snap again. Let's go.
You can't reach the controls from the seats. What's the point in that?
That's...
Or do you have stretchy arms like Mr. Fantastic?
Oh, I stand. Like this.
You never thought of bringing the seats a bit closer?
No, not so far, no.
Naruto?
Who's that?
Naruto. Please be Naruto, not plot.
What is the TARDIS doing down here?
I'm over 2,000 years old. I don't always want to take the stairs.
Okay, so this is an immediate continuation.
You're not supposed to go off-world unless it's an emergency.
I'm not off-world.
Are you going off-world?
I'm going back to my office. Could you put the kettle on, please?
Alright, so he is keeping him grounded. This is also a time machine, so we're going somewhere.
Big smiles now. Brace yourself.
Okay.
Mom is dead.
Sorry?
Smile, smile, smile.
That's not even funny.
No, it's not a joke. Mom is dead. Mom is dead.
Do you like get executed if you're not smiling, or?
She's dead too. And her friend Sunshine. She's dead. And Eliza. And quite a few other people are dead. Oh, you're on 2 tears now.
Is it hugging me? Who programmed that?
Please. give her
Is
a moment.
restraining you.
You'll be happy in a moment.
What the fuck? I mean, what? Alright. Smile by Frank Cottrell Boyce. Okay. I don't think I've seen Frank's work, but
Why a phone box?
I told you.
Yeah, well, I get it's a cloaking device, but why keep it that shape? Why'd you like it?
symbolic at this
I
point.
like it.
You kept it.
Come along.
I like how many questions of like basic shit Bills does.
Little fella said you made an oath. You're not supposed to leave the planet.
Okay. I suppose I owe you an explanation.
Yes, and you're not gonna give one.
A long time ago, a thing happened. As a result of the thing, I made a promise. As a result of the promise, I have to stay on Earth.
Guarding a vault.
Guarding a vault.
Okay, so no further information given to what we already know.
Tiny robots.
Okay.
Work in flocks then. Versatile.
Okay,
hardworking.
so it's like a society where humans were like, you need to be happy, you know?
The worker bees of the third industrial revolution.
And the robots develop the, oh, okay, human need to be happy. And then it's like, be happy or you die. Stuff like that.
Will we understand it?
Well, it depends upon what aspect of your language has survived over so many thousands of years.
Emoji! It speaks emoji!
Of course it speaks emotions, yeah.
What's it
Oh.
doing now? What face is it making?
Sort of puzzled? Me?
Say.
It's not good.
I think that this is some kind of a mood indicator. Where's it gone?
Oh, it's on your back.
Oh, don't like that.
Oh, yours too.
So everyone you walk past can see what you're thinking. Well, if you really fancy someone.
Well, I suppose it means that you have to maintain eye contact with them.
Oh, that's brilliant.
This is a perfect colony
Yeah.
for humans, so
But why don't know?
where are all the colonists?
I think this is a colony that is like it just got built because they just sent the robots to build it, but people are not here because they haven't arrived here yet. But we've known from the beginning that they're murdering people, so you know.
Look, they're gonna have orchards, olive groves. This is their nursery. Look, the little robots are doing pollination work.
Oh, this plant! There's one of these growing outside the student union. It smells amazing.
How do you get this to? Where does this come from, right? That's the question. And that is people.
It's very lovable.
He's trying to fake
You
it,
asked me
but
where all the people were, and I theorized that they hadn't got here yet. There should be some kind of a setup team, a skeleton crew.
You're thinking. Tell me what you're thinking about.
he's worried.
Is it snow?
This is fertilizer. Mineral fertilizer.
It's bones. That's what they do with the bones. They get the bones for the people and then they use it.
What is the source of this mineral fertilizer?
Yes. Human bones.
Where are all the people?
And here's the answer to both of those questions.
Here. Right here. In the sky.
You're breathing these people.
This is the setup team. The skeleton crew.
Oh,
Why did the robots feed them to the garden?
I don't know, maybe they ran out of fertilizer. Let's not ask them.
we need to leave. Anyway,
Hello? We were just admiring your garden.
he knows that you're lying because you're
there's
fucking...
nothing of particular interest. Here, cheerio.
Alright, there we go. Why is there emoji for death? Why was that programmed?
Smile.
Use your whole face right now. Do it.
What good smiling?
Smiles aren't just smiles. Psychologically, they have a measurable effect on your mood states.
That is actually true.
These robots, they built this place, they grew those trees. Something went wrong, but they were designed to make you happy. Don't even try without smiling. What?
Capaldi's smile is fantastic. Because there is genuine smiles, and then there is the creepy smile that it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, don't run away. Like, they were part of the...
Right. You were perfectly safe in the TARDIS. She'll look after you.
Oh, you
Try
want to
get
say?
back.
Where are you going?
You need to solve this problem. Because that's what we do here.
There's a giant smiley abattoir over there, and I'm having this really childish impulse to blow it up. Be right back.
Well, look, I get that someone has to do something, but why is it you?
because I'm the only
Why
one.
you phone the police? Isn't there a helpline?
He
or something?
is the space police. He is the space helpline. Advice and assistance. That's why he's stuck as a police box. Because he is the help.
I'm happy. Good morning. Look at me. I'm happy, 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 happy. What a lovely, beautiful morning. It makes me so happy. I'm happy. I hope that you're happy too.
Is that a David Bowie reference?
So I figured out why you keep your box as a phone box.
I told you it's stuck.
Advice and assistance obtainable immediately. You like that?
No, I don't.
See, this is the point. You don't call the helpline because you are the helpline.
Thank you, Bill, for explaining everything.
Look at the wall. The wall. Closely.
It's all robots. The entire construction is the tiny robots.
They're not in the wall. They are the wall. They're all the walls. These little robots, they didn't build this place. They became it. They can be a part of a wall 1 minute, flying around the next. This whole structure is built from interlocking microbots. When the settlers first landed, they must have lived in it and built out from it. So
Okay, so there was an initial spaceship.
They were expecting to live in peace.
Wicked.
We'll lock it after us, shall we?
Oh shit, they know.
you are staying here.
Mmm.
You will be guiding me to here using this map.
I don't know if I like this
Get
idea.
you through the thingamabob.
What's this big bit in the middle? There's a big empty space in the middle. The engine is in the middle of a big empty space.
Ship system set to respond to human presence. It was sleeping. We walked in. Now it's waking up.
Okay then. Alright. They are like invaders on the ship. Must protect the ship.
I'm being thick. I can come with you.
Took that long to think of photographing it.
You'd already memorized it, hadn't you?
That I was
Stop trying to keep me
thinking.
out of trouble.
But like splitting, it's like the worst kind of thing you can do. Like I was thinking, like the doctor could probably like, wouldn't he be able to just memorize shit like that? Oh. What the fuck is this? Bill, you should tell the doctor about what we just found, because holy shit. All of history? Oh, and all the bad things.
Why do people come here? The people who came here. Were they the last people?
Earth was evacuated.
And now she's not happy anymore, and now she's gonna get hit. What the fuck is... What? Oh no! They sent all of these people, probably all children, here as the last resource. And when waking up the ship, we actually woke them up. Nice. Well, not nice. Fuck.
Where did you come from?
Where is everybody?
When you say everybody,
My very good people, we will soon be beginning an emergency disembarkation.
We're blowing up the ship and everyone is already here.
Those pods! What's in them?
I got it wrong. I got it very, very wrong. The colony ship isn't on the way. It's right here.
Yes,
The colonists are all around us. Cryogenically frozen.
we woke
What's
them
those
up
pods
when...
is the surviving population of Earth. Now they're all going to leave this ship and find their friends and family mulched in the garden. And if they don't smile about that, it's going to be the end of the human race. Nobody leaves this ship until I tell you otherwise. Clear? Nobody leaves.
Where are we going?
No idea. But if I look purposeful, they'll think I've got a plan.
I think I need to show you something.
Section A34.
The woman that had the thing on her forehead, just seeing everything.
Most of the colonists were kept in cryogenic suspension. A few, the ones with skills,
The best ones. The brave ones.
they were woken to shepherd the little flocks of Vardy robots.
That's her.
This woman died. There's no sign of violence. So, you know, she just died the way that humans do. Then a few more people died, all at the same time. And then a lot more died just after. And then the rest. Grief! Grief! Grief as plague!
How?
The Vardis, well, their job was to maintain happiness. At first, that meant making sure there was enough oxygen and water. That's what the badges are meant to communicate. Satisfaction, a positive mental state. But the Vardi, smart. They learn. Try to be good servants. So they expand the definition of happiness until
She dies.
they've never heard of grief before. This place is all about hope and the future and happiness. No one ever thought about the opposite. The Vardis didn't know what to do with it. They identified grief as the enemy of happiness, and everyone who was experiencing grief as a problem.
That's the enemy.
That's the boy. The first to wake up. Where'd you get this?
Yeah,
I think
well,
it's his mother's, don't you?
Yeah, it was Nan's. Well, you'll find her when she wakes up in her pod.
I found it in the fruit garden when we first arrived.
oh no. And the boy is out.
You need to listen.
I did listen. What did I
We're at
miss?
war.
The Vardi have killed our families.
But you need to understand why that happened.
I don't care why.
Then you will die too, and so will everyone on your ship. The Vardi are not your enemy.
They want to kill us.
No, they want to help you. Killing you is just a side effect.
Get out of my way.
You don't need to do this. You just need to. What's wrong? What's going on? No. Don't cry. Don't cry. Hey. Look, everything's gonna be okay.
What's that? Rage? Revenge?
It's one robot.
It's not one robot. Doctor, what do we do?
You dumbasses.
It's fascinating.
What's fascinating?
The Vardi are identifying us under attack. They're alive!
They're going to kill us.
One gun. Okay.
What are you doing?
I really hope this doesn't hurt. Why I always win at chess? Because I have a secret move. I kick over the board. Here it comes.
Okay, you're gonna rip it. Sure.
It's okay. It's not gonna hurt you. Actually, he doesn't even know who you are.
What happened? I pressed the reset button. Every computer has one, and anyone can find it, especially if they happen to be scary, handsome genius from space. Retaining all programmed abilities, but deleting the supplementary preference architecture.
You turned it off and on again.
Of course, I wiped their memories. They no longer have the faintest idea who you are, and in fact, they're wondering what you're doing in their very nice city.
Their city.
They build it. It's made of them, actually, yes.
Meet the Vardi. They are, as of now, the indigenous life form. You best make friends with them, because there's loads of them. And they're the only ones who know how anything works. Since they have absolute power over this city, and since I'm assuming you all don't want to sleep rough tonight, I have a suggestion for you. Smile. Hello, I'm the doctor. A few hours ago, I made the mistake of not recognizing your status as an emergent new life form. As recompense
I
for
like
the
that.
mistake, please allow me to act as your negotiator with a migratory conglomerate known as the human race. They're looking for a place to stay, and they've got their eye on your city. Would you like me to discuss rent?
Alright, capitalism infested them.
Did we just jumpstart a new civilization?
It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
Did you do this all the time?
Do what?
Fly around sorting things out?
Yes.
Like some kind of intergalactic policeman?
Not for the last, 5 billion years, but yes.
Back at the exact moment we left.
Are we now?
Kettle's boiling. I've got a vault to guard, and everything is exactly as we left it.
Nope.
It wasn't snowing when we left.
Maybe I do need a steering wheel.
Where are we?
London?
But couple different centuries.
This is the Thames.
Okay, real quick. Don't worry about it. I'm just googling what the theme is. Okay, so I know some geography. I don't know what the fuck the names of the river in England are because I am not English. I'm not even European. So that knowledge is useless to me, except at this exact moment. So that's where they are. Sure. Okay. So we went back to the past. I would assume. I'm not sure whatever. Is this gonna be a direct continuation? Okay. So I have a. Okay. I have a suspicion that this entire season might just happen consecutively. Like, every time we leave a place and we go to a different place instead of going back. So everything just happens in succession. That could be a thing. That would be a fun experiment to do. They kind of did that way back in Classic with the Trial of a Time Lord, didn't they? Like, kind of, but not really, something like that. They could try and do something like this. And it seems to be the case right now. Well, actually, like, we don't actually have a guarantee that this thing we saw at the end is gonna be the next episode. It might just be a thing of like, well, I fucked up, laughs, and we move on, and next episode everything's gonna be fine. But we could be doing that. Okay, let's actually talk about the episode itself. I do like the solution to this problem, or like resolution. That's the answer. That's a word. I do like the resolution to this problem, which is like, oh shit, you're a new emerging species. You're self-aware. Didn't know that. I didn't think so because I kept saying, I'm smiling, and you bought it. So I thought you were dumb as robots, but no, it turns out you are actually like smart. Sure. Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna wipe y'all's memories. Everything's gonna be fine. And I'm gonna do so in a way that you don't want to murder all of us. Because we are unhappy. So what we're gonna do is, you're gonna be the new rulers of this world, because honestly, it's made of you, so it's fair. And they're gonna just hang out and live here. And that was that. I do like that resolution to the problem a lot. Because, like, I was struggling to see how that could be done, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, so the entire time I was thinking, like, we need to solve the problem. The way to solve the problem is obviously make sure that these robots, don't kill people. Like, make sure they... Oh. Sorry. I'm tired. So, the solution would clearly be, like, make sure that these robots don't kill people. Like, reprogram them in a way. And the solution was that. Like, in the end, the doctor was like, oh shit, I can just press the reset button. And he did that, and that was the end of that. Because, like, that's the thing. It's like, well, how do you reprogram all these robots and whatever? And the answer is, well, I just point the screwdriver to this one random robot that fell, and that's gonna do it for everyone. And it's like, sure. That's a little bit like... Because they did establish earlier in the episode that it's like, every single one of these robots, or like the actual robots, are not the robots. The robots are the tiny ones, and they use the actual robots as like as just like a puppet, essentially, like an interface. So yeah, just pointing your screwdriver at one of the interface ones, causing everyone to just forget in this like big white explosion or whatever. It's like, it's a little bit weird, but at the same time, it's like, this show is stupid, so who cares, but it feels like we've been getting more of those lately than before, but ultimately, it's like, well, maybe it's just a contrast, because we we had Face the Raven, Heaven Sent, Hell Bent. And maybe in contrast to those 3 episodes, it's like, because those were like very like drama serious episodes, and then it turns out and we have goofy ass shit, which is what I love about the show. So yeah, maybe it's just a contrast essentially, but sure. So that solution was a little bit weird in what he did, but I did like how they did it. That's what I meant to say. Because I do like the fact that, okay, so the doctor told all the humans, okay, this is going on, and before he could finish, everyone was like, all right, war, because humans, right? That's how humans work. Oh shit, because like, that's the thing, is that the doctor started talking, and in my mind, I was like, well, the dumb human that doesn't understand what you're saying, all he's going to understand is, oh shit, the robot uprising, we gotta kill them. Like, that's it. That's everything he's gonna understand. Nothing else matters, right? Yeah, like, the fact that happened, I was like, of course, and then the doctor figured it out, and it's like, okay. And then the solution was like, well, they're just gonna hang out here. This is your planet. You literally are the planet, so, please accommodate for them. And that was it. And I like that. The thing about all of these things is that it's like, we already know that the human race, like, survives. Well, the rules of time are weird in this universe, so maybe not, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, like, okay. So let's talk about the very beginning. So they were about to go somewhere, and then someone knocked on the door, and I was like, hey, Nardo. And then the doctor was like, it's Mom. And then he went, and it was Nardo. And Nardo was like, okay, what is this thing doing here? And, like, what is it doing here? You can't leave off planet. Like, you need to stay for whatever reason. And it's like, okay, what is the reason? But okay, that gives you a better understanding of what the dynamic here is, which is the doctor is being kept in check by Nardo. And Nardo is like, Doctor, you can't do that. You can't do that, Doctor. You need to stay here and watch the vault. And the doctor is like, I know. And then it's like, all right, let's go. Fuck that guy. So that is a fun dynamic. I'm not sure if it's gonna last too long. Hopefully it won't. Because I do want Nardo to actually tag along. And I feel like he has to. I feel like he has to at this point. I feel like this episode, like... So, okay, I think it had, like, a new writer. Because there was someone... Like, the writer at the beginning of the episode didn't... Like, I didn't recognize his name. So maybe he's new here. But this episode felt like it was longer than it should have been. Or, like, something more should have happened. Because what essentially happened is that... Okay, we see at the very beginning, like, people, you need to smile or you're getting fucking eaten, disintegrated or whatever. And then it's like, okay, we get here and we already know shit has gone down. So the first, like, 10 minutes, it's like, we already know where this is going, but it's taking a bit to get there. When we finally get there, it's like, oh shit, they're using their bones as, like, the fertilizer or whatever. Because they're machines, Like, they're like, oh, we need to keep making the thing. Like, we need to make sure this keeps going. Because this is our job. So, of course, they're going to reuse the bones for that, So, when we finally realize that, then Bill goes back to the TARDIS with the doctor, and then the doctor goes back to the city because he has to fix the problem. Bill's, like, she was going to stay, and then she decided to tag along because, of course. And I do like that Bill actually, like, put together why the TARDIS is still looking like that. Because, like, the reality is that we say the TARDIS is broken, and it's like, well, the chameleon sticker is broken, who cares? Fuck it, this is just the TARDIS. But at this point, it's clear that the TARDIS is still the TARDIS and still looks like the police box, because it's like, well, like, I like it, Like, the Doctor likes it, so we just keep rolling with that. Like, the TARDIS is symbolic. On a meta level, the TARDIS is good merchandise, and it's also symbolic. The same goes for, like, the screwdriver. Like, those are things that are part of the formula, and they can never leave at this point, because we've been rolling with those for 50 years. So, on a meta level, that is the reason. But and within universe level, it's because the Doctor just likes the TARDIS. Like, he got used to it. He just has a thing for it. He likes the way the police box looks, essentially. But I like that Bill was like, why is it your problem? Why do you have to do this? Like, call someone else for help, not you. Why do you have to do it? And I was thinking, like, because he is... I didn't want to say police. I was like, he is the help. He is the person that comes in and saves the day and just, like, helps whenever he can, you know? And then Bill read what the TARDIS said, and he was like, oh, yeah, like, immediate help, something like that. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's why he doesn't change it. Because it's actually descriptive of what he is. Like, he's actually the help. He sees himself as the dude that actually comes in and helps whenever he can, you know? So, I do like that. And I do like that Bill actually, like, went to the Doctor and started talking about it and started, like, explaining. It wasn't a thing that... Because, like, I thought Bill would just see that and realize it and then don't bring it back, and it was just going to be a thing of, like, Bill understands the Doctor and it's like, oh, I get it. I'm going to help him, you know? And that was it. But Bill actually went to him and was like, hey, I know why you don't change the TARDIS. It's because of this. And that's cool, you know? And I like that because it actually talks about Bill as a character to some degree. And it's a character that I like. Because Bill is not a character that, like, sees that and goes like, oh, I understand, and then shut up about it. No, she's a character that sees that and goes like, oh shit, I get it, and then goes to the Doctor and goes like, hey, I got it, you know, it's because of this. And in a way, I like that because it's like, it's part of her personality. Because I feel like most companions we get wouldn't actually talk to him about it. They would just, like, understand it and be like, oh, it's kind of a personal thing, maybe, kind of. Like, I'm just not gonna talk about it with him. And Bill is like, no, fuck that shit. Like, I got it. It's because of that. And those are like, no, it's not. And she's like, it totally is, you know? And I like... Bill seems like a character that doesn't actually shut up about, like, whatever random thought she has in her head at any given moment. I'm pretty sure that is the point of her character, because, like, when we first met her, she kept talking about some chips and some woman or whatever, and then the Doctor was like, where was that going? And she was like, I had no idea. I thought it had something, and then it didn't. So I think the character of Bill is supposed to be a character that just, like, doesn't shut up. Like, she just keeps talking about whatever's on her mind, whatever train of thought she has at any point, and she's stuck on things sometimes, like, you know, like, whatever she's thinking about, she talks about, and nothing else. And I like that, because in a way, I kind of like that. Like, whatever shit she's on her mind, she just kind of throws it. And sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's kind of genius, and sometimes it's, like, really out of place. Most of the time, it's really out of place. And, like, there were a couple of examples in this episode, like, she was, like, in the TARDIS, and she was, like, hanging out, and she sat there, and she was like, why is the seat not, like, in front of the console? And this was, like, as the Doctor was talking about something else. Like, she was like, why is it not in the, like, why would you want to stand up to use the console? Why wouldn't you want to be seated while doing so? Like, that sounds really inconvenient. And it's like, Bill wasn't paying attention to whatever the Doctor was saying. She was paying attention to, like, this random bullshit that she saw. And it was like, I like that. So, there we go. So Bill so far pretty good. I like Bill a lot, not gonna lie. So, like, that's the thing, is that with a character like Clara had, like, this entire development arc for across, like, over 2 seasons, 2.5 seasons essentially, maybe even more if you want to count the clone Claras, or whatever, the other versions. So it's like, Clara, we had this entire journey. And we got to know Clara. Like, we got to know what kind of character Clara is in that time. But the thing is that Clara, like, right away, is not a character that was, like, in on. And even to this point, Clara is not my favorite companion. I will say that she, I believe, is the companion that has the best character arc of any of them in the modern era. There are some things that are objective, but when it comes to, like, do you enjoy this? What is your favorite? It's all subjective. So when we're talking Clara, Clara is a character that it's not my preference of a character, but she was a good character, and she had, like, the best arc of any companion we've had. But comparing what kind of personality and character Clara was to Bill, I like Bill more. So ideally, I would want to get Bill for as long as we had Clara and see Bill develop through that entire time and becomes like a character that rivals Clara or like Rose or whoever. But I'm not sure if we're gonna get that. I don't think we will. Well, I actually know like next to nothing about Series 11, so I'm not sure if Bill stays there. I don't think she does. Because like it feels like Series 11 would be like fuck it, just everything is new. You know, like in Series 5. Like new showrunner, new doctor, new everything. So I would assume that Bill doesn't stay for that. But it's like I kind of wish it did. Like I want Bill to get as much time as possible, ideally. So let's see where Bill goes. I'm excited to see where Bill goes. But for the time being, I'm just really enjoying Bill. But it like the point of this whole thing that I was saying is that it's difficult to like talk about Bill and saying Bill is awesome and just like because like we just had Clara and Clara was kind of like a juggernaut because Clara was here for 2.5 seasons and Clara was the main point of the previous season. So there you go. Like Clara is such a big figure at this point that following the act's gonna be difficult. But I have faith in Bill. Let's see where Bill goes. I don't want to be harsh on Bill because of it, and in fact I'm not. But I don't know. Maybe some people would be because they were big fans of Clara. Well, Clara was actually a divisive companion. That's what I learned. That's what I actually learned. There's like a lot of people that love Clara, and there's a lot of people that say, God, fucking Clara. And, well, I'm not going to talk a lot about that, but apparently there's a divide between whether you like Clara or not. And I stand in, like, Clara was a good character and a good companion, and she had, like, the best arc. She was just not my preference. Bill is more like what I want, essentially. So we had Bill, and I like Bill. But, yeah, sure. Where am I going with this? Dude, I'm really out of it today. I am really out of it today, okay? I'm not even talking about the episode. Well, there's not a lot to talk about the episode, honestly. Like, that's where I was going. That's the thing. This episode, there's really not a lot to talk about, I feel like. Because I feel like it was very straightforward. So it's like, okay, we need to blow up the city so they don't murder the colonists when they arrive. And then it's like, well, the colonists were already here. Fuck. One of them got away and he's gonna get murdered by the machines. We told the others. The others realize, fuck, we war. And then the solution. That's it. That's all that happened. So, in terms of, like, a good, like, story that is engaging, it wasn't that engaging. It was just it was a fun story. It was a fun adventure, and it was a fun solution. It wasn't that much of an engaging story. So far, not the best. I tell you what, it was better than Enter the Dalek. I haven't forgotten about Enter the Dalek. Didn't like that one. But this is what I feel like it was better than that one. Yeah, but sure. Yeah, not a lot to talk about this story. It's a fun idea concept, but it's not new. Of like the robot, like machine, whatever, that the humans built in order to make things easier, and then it like simplified things too much and ended up causing like a loophole, and now it kills you. That's not new. It's not a new concept or idea, but whatever. It was fun. It was a fun adventure. So ultimately, it's like, That's what it was. Yeah. I more than anything, I would just talk about the Doctor and Bill here. So that's it. So I guess that's what we do here. It was a fun adventure, but it wasn't the greatest story, but it was a fun adventure. So it's like good, just good, solid. Alright everyone, thank you so much for checking this episode of a Doctor Who reaction. If you want to see the next one, it's already up on Patreon as well as full length. Like, comment, subscribe, check the links in the description, check the gaming channel, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time. Take care.